There we go. We live. Hello there, it's Bunny. I'm glad you are the excite. Alright. Alright. Let me just check if everything's good. Audio, let me check. How's the audio doing? How we sound? Sounds good? Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good. Okay. Okay. I always don't know what to exactly say when we start off, but okay, I'll just start. Hello and welcome to the charity live stream for Thankmas 2020 to help raise money for Red Nose Day to help them to spread food to get money needed to help get food to children in need. Hello, Ichigo Pink. Hey, awesome. There's a chat going on, and if you have money to spend, or if you want to help out, like spread the word and all that, there's a link into the description below where you can donate and stuff. Okay, so yesterday we had another live stream, though it was later in the day. That live stream was about like a little drawing tutorial about a step-by-step process of how I get from like the skeletal little stick figure to a full fleshed out drawing figure. So I'm gonna do a little recap of that, but in this live stream I think I'm gonna focus mostly on colors and their effects of the art of that such. Right now we'll just do a little warm-up while we wait for a little traction. Let me just switch. Hang on, let me turn on the timer because I am going to only be on here for about 2 hours, more or less. Okay, so let us switch over. There I am. Yes, it was a fun live stream yesterday. So, I spewed out a lot of information. Okay, and we got $20. There's a lot of charity donations going out right now, and so my fee goal is like $100. It's not small, it's not big. I know I'm a small channel. I don't expect too much traction. So but we got $20 yesterday. I was happy. But yeah, if you have any like drawing or arts enthusiasts who would be interested in watching, then you can link them in either to the previous video or this video. I don't know. Maybe both. Let them know. Guess I'm staying up till 1 a.m. watching this. Well, okay then. 1 o'clock's not too bad. I think, in my opinion. I stayed up later. Right now we're doing stretches, warm-ups for the drawings. One of the drawing warm-ups is just drawing a bunch of squares. Because like it helps you get into the groove and mentality that you're not supposed to use your wrist when you draw, you use your arm. Oh, my friends are asleep. Oh, excuse me, excuse me. I had lunch before this. All your friends are asleep? That's fine, I guess. But now you're alone and awake. You're alone with me. Hello, Mariah Reynolds. Good to see you again. Is your headache better? Mariah Reynolds was here last night too. Yes, another human, it's Bunny. Now you guys can interact. We're just doing the little warm-ups here with the little squirrels. Look at that avant-garde abstract art. Oh, that's good. I'm glad your headache's doing better. Excellent, excellent. Welcome back. It's interacting time, yes. Interacting time indeed. Now we do the spiral, and this is another exercise warm-up thing we do for the drawing. It's doing spirals and circles. This is nice. Well, it kind of looks like a rose. Hello there, the show master. Welcome to the live stream. We are doing a little tutorial live stream where I'll show you how to draw, or rather, like last live stream I did a step-by-step on how to draw. But this time I'm gonna do a bit more detail on the color. Maybe a little recap on how to draw and stuff, but like, yeah. For those just joining, this is a charity live stream event for Jacksepticeye's Thankmas 2020 Thankmas to help raise money for Red Nose Day so that they can distribute food to for children and their families in need. So if you can donate, there's a link to my campaign and the main fundings campaign, I think, in the description below. But if you donate to my thing, it should go straight to the funding campaign. So there's no issue there. If you can, donate. And if you can't, find someone who can. Trying to read the comments about warming up. We're just doing the warm-up phase right now. Which like helps you like remind you that like helps get you warmed up for the drawing, because you're supposed to use your shoulder, your arm to draw, not your wrists. I found this out recently myself on the tumblers, I believe. Do you use a drawing tablet? I do. I'm using that right now. I know how to draw with the mouse too, but the drawing tablet is much more smoother. Much less daunting. And I use a webcam tablet. Call me in 1929 because I'm going through a Great Depression. Oh, I hope you get better. I hope you conquer it. They call me radio voice mainly because I over-exaggerate my voice. I have throat burn. I'm just reading the comments. My throat burns every second, but I sound stylish. You should look up vocal exercises. They'll help you, like, be exaggerant with your voice, while also giving you tips on how to not burn your voice out. And that way you can have your radio voice all day long, 24/7. I heard lemon tea helps you that. Oh, I have to stop drawing for a sec because my little Waffles is here. Bye-bye, Waffles. That's my dog's name. Just checking on what's going on. If you hear random barking, it's either him or my other dog. Yeah, beans are epic. That means you have stuff. Yeah. Beans are epic. Don't underestimate the beans. Okay. Okay. I already have. Hello again, Zippy Zill. Hello, welcome. We're just finishing up warm-ups for the live stream. Yes, and again, like if you don't know, this is for like a charity event. To help raise money for Jacksepticeye's Thankmas 2020 to help raise money with Red Nose Day so that they could help distribute food for the little children and their families. I think it's mainly food. But either way, they're supporting them. It's not much of a fee compared to most. It's only like $100. That's only like $250, and we're already at $20. Hooray! All right, so here we go. Let's start with a quick little recap of what was taught yesterday. yesterday about drawings. Actually, first I mentioned that I was going to show you how I normally draw the skeleton gentleman, because like I drew a little skeleton character yesterday, and I did it super detailed, which is not usually what I'm used to. I'm used to drawing them in a very simplistic manner, very akin to rubber hose animation. So I'll show you really quick how I do that. Okay, here's first, and yeah, I'll use that for a quick recap. Yeah, I guess a lot of time, the character, when you're drawing a character or a person or whatever, it's based on shapes. So we're gonna use a bunch of lines. This character has really long limbs, so we're gonna have little legs, little skinny legs, and a little skinny arm. This is the torso, obviously, and this is the arm. Now, normal arms aren't like that, but again, this is a long, lanky feller. And here we go. Oh, let me get another layer. I almost forgot the layer. Always remember your layers, kids. They help save lives and time. I've decided to change my theory because I'm trying to make it the same as my Discord. Huh? Alright, good luck. Okay, so I'm going to ignore the chat for a bit. And that. Nope, it's weird. I normally draw them on paper too, that's another thing. You have little demos, da-da, da-da, da-da. There's the shin bone. There's a little teeth that they have. Yeah, there. And now we draw the jaw. Here's the little nose, and then here's the little eye. Eye socket 1. I think I got a bit detailed. I don't like how the skull is going on. I'm gonna do this on that. I'm gonna sketch this out first and then outline it. So does it work? How does it work? I'm sure that's like related to the chat. The chat sometimes goes awry goes on their own conversations. It gets crazy sometimes. Here we go. This feels much better. I guess this feels much better because like it's more like a sketching. It's more like the working phase and not the immediate phase. I hear my dogs eating. Are they eating up here? Yes, I gotta fix this chin because it is supposed to be more sticking out. And then we draw, yeah. That's what the middle line, the plus sign you see here is for. It is to help show where the facial features you want them to show. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Okay, cool. Alright, I got the head down. The head's usually the hardest part. I guess because it's the most detailed bit, you know? Oh, I was at the edge of the tablet there. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. There's the little hat. The little hat. We'll just detail out the details. Here we go. Here's the horn. Okay. There we go. I fade the bottom layer out. Sometimes if it's dark enough you can't tell what if like you already draw the line on. Look at him go, nah. They go, nah. Okay, there we go. If you're just joining in, I'm doing a live stream for Jacksepticeye's Thankmas 2020, which is help fundraising money for the charity Red Nose Day to help support children and their families with finding food and stuff like that. Right now I'm doing a little quick doodle of how I draw the character that I drew in last night's live stream, which I went into detail about how I draw like from start to finish, like not like this. It's more detailed and we learn things. It's literally like a step-by-step, like how to use shapes and stuff to influence and help better the drawing process. So if you want to check that out, you can. But first, donate to the link description below. Okay. And then go watch it. Okay, here we go. Obviously this is not gonna work, so I'm gonna have to switch his head because like what's it called? The torso is obviously too small. So let us resize that. There we go. Because he's supposed to be a tall boy, a tall person, a tall dead thing. Hope it works now. Hope what works now. Your live stream thing, is my live stream up? I saw that. Hang on a sec. Let me check. Wow, that's loading up. Okay. Is everything in order? Okay, cool. Everything's good. Okay. Okay, I just saw, like, I hope it works now in the chat, and I just, like sometimes, because, like, is sometimes technical difficulties, and I just wanted to, like, make sure that wasn't the case so soon, so early. Although, I guess I'd rather have it happen early than later, like, in the middle of the stream. That would be unfortunate. So interesting. I normally draw them in real life, like on paper and pencil in traditional media. So it's like really interesting to draw this style digitally. Little button. You can see where I'm getting at with the shapes, right? I don't know about the suit, but at least with the arms you could tell like that there's cylinders, that they are like the rectangles. I was talking about oh yeah, okay, the PFF that the Shadow Master mentioned earlier. Okay, cool. Should really take advantage of the zoom. Zoom in on that non-existent hand. Dude, baby Patrick was so cute. I just saw the word baby Patrick again. I don't know. I'm not in that conversation. I don't like how that middle finger is coming out. There we go. Okay, here we go. The elbow should actually be right here. I should probably lower that arm too. I don't know. I'll have to do that little trick. How can I draw fingers so easily? You'll find that out in that tutorial video I did. No, it's basically all shapes. And I've done it so many times that like I can basically see it. I'll show you with this hand. Okay, so what I mean by shapes is okay. So I want this thing to like go up, like shows right here, but I moved it down. So I'm going to fade this out a bit and thicken this a bit. So we're gonna make a big box. That's gonna be the wrist. Then we detailed out the lines. This is where the knuckles are. So this is where the fingers will be differentiated, detailed, with more boxes. It's all boxes. It's all boxes. Even if like it's a plump hand, it all starts off at boxes and then you round it up when you're done. Remember, your finger doesn't just morph into the hand. It curves in, and so you turn it into the hand. The best way is to do, yes, boxes. The best way to do the curve is to just show like this. Let me just erase this. But the best, because I want to redo that. Like I said, I'm used to doing this like traditionally. So like all the janky MS Paint lines. No. I don't like them. Unless it's MS Paint. And so we do that. And we do that. Add some lines to help show that they are fingies. And we add the pinky, the pinky, the pinky, and bang, 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 bang. Do, 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 do. I haven't seen Animaniacs yet. Do they still use that theme song in the remake for the Pinky and the Brain? Que c'est quoi? I don't know what that means. Okay, here we go. Good question. What's a good question? My question about the pinky and the brain? Because that is a good question. Yeah. I know it means what in French. C'est quoi? What's on? What's the matter? What? Sometimes it be like that though. Language. Yeah, I don't like this. I'm gonna shape it just a wee smaller. Not too much. It's nice. It's just I didn't take into account that everything moved up, you know? That should be good. Their bones, they go by their pronouns. But their bones are it's long. It's long. They're lanky. They're long, lanky boys, like clamp drawings. If you watched Holic or Tubicel or whatever clamp-related products, except for Sakura for some reason. I don't know. Maybe the teens are. But I got it. I gotta throw up. Oh no. You was sick, baby. I hope you get better. And then we do the legs. Ah, swoop. And then I do the legs. And that is. I normally do the legs with just a swoop. And swoop. Because the dapper feller. But this dapper feller is all skeleton. So, like, they have nothing to close their thighs because they only have the thigh bone. Excuse me. But they got thick thighs in the other drawing. Like I said, I was going into details about how to draw from start to finish. But this is how I normally draw. The skeleton gentleman. And there you go. That's how I normally draw without the whole detailed process from start to finish. I just need a spine. I just need a skeletal structure and then I'm done. Hello, Ninan Jones. Thank you for joining this live stream. Oh, you're back, Mariah Reynolds. Good, good, good. Peppermint helps settle the stomach if you're still feeling queasy. Okay, so welcome to the live stream, Nina Jones. This is a charity live stream for Jacksepticeye's Thankmas to help raise money for Red Nose Day. For Red Nose Day, to help raise money to help them distribute food to children in need. And for this live stream, I'm doing a little tutorial. Last live stream I did was yesterday, and it was a tutorial on how to do drawings. I just noticed something I missed. This arm. And I go from start to finish from this basic stickman to a whole fleshed out drawing of a skeletal figure, and I detail about how to implement shapes and circles, how to use them. But right now I am going to draw not this. This was just a quick fresher and warm up to show like how I normally draw this character, which I do in the live stream, because like there was a bit of difference I've noticed while drawing it. For one thing, I drew the whole skeletal structure. I usually skip that. And right now I'm going to do a quick new sketch, but I am going to also focus on color today. So let's get on with that. Let's get on with that while we still got time. This little face. I'm just gonna do a quick drawing sketch of the person because this is like with the camera facing down this way. Doi, 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 doi. That square helps sometimes with me with drawing. I'm gonna do like a little like sort of, I don't know, a coconut plant shape here to help me show that these are now the shoulders. Face, yes, that's a face. That a face. If I ever seen a face, that a face. And this is the chest. I think I'm gonna do a girl this time because like they have more, or at least the character I'm doing, her name's May, she has more features that will be very useful for like implementing shadows to this color scheming game. And here's a knee pad to help me show where the leg bends. Baby. I like the way how you say face. Ah, thank you. Face. It's a face. I don't know how I said face, but I said face. That somehow doesn't look right to me. Let us do the skull, the circles, 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 circles. That is weird. You know. There we go. There we go. There's the circles. And here's the knee cafe all over again. There we go, and there we go. There's a circle. There's one foot. There's another leg. Yeah, I'll work with that. Up. Yeah, that's good. That's better. That's better. Boxes and squares and lines. The whole human body, even if they're generally plump. You start with boxes and then you curve it out. I see what's wrong here. Okay. I don't normally draw May like this. That's what's up. Let's get rid of the legs. My art style changes almost every day. That's fine. You can help consist that if you'd like by why isn't it selecting? No. Okay, there we go. You can help change that by help keep that by like having a base structure, a basic structure of the thing. And if you're drawing like you want to draw one character over and over again, just draw them over and over with and make a reference sheets. Basically just a picture of the person posing. Everybody posing. And posing in a certain way from the front and from the back and from the profile and all that jazz. Posing, everybody posing. Yes, it means you're learning too. The whole style keeps changing. It means you're expanding, you're not afraid to explore styles, and you shouldn't. It's fun. It's fun to like learn the styles of other people. What do you draw when you don't know what to draw? I just draw doodles. I draw like, I don't know. I guess like seeds or plants or like little animals or just like little lines. Just draw random little lines. Or whatever shape I feel like. Draw circles, shapes and stuff. Yes, that's a good warm-up. Okay, to redo this, just either go to study something or you need to practice like poses on or hands. That's a good thing too, to try and draw. Just practice with the hands. Practice on things you're not really good at. Like I'm not too good at feet, I find. Okay, I got the basics down. Let me sketch her out a bit more. I don't normally go this detailed. I just do that stick figure. But like digital I find could be a little bit more daunting than traditional. There's a dog outside barking. I'm not good at drawing babies, kids, or guys. Interesting with the guys. But kids and babies I get. Because like you're so used to seeing a certain age and stuff. Kids and babies, they're like bobbleheads. We grow into our heads. We go bigger than our heads. Babies are bean. Yeah, babies are bean. Just like May's head. May's head is a bean. That's where, like, when you're drawing kids and babies and stuff, that's when you want to go, like, more round with your faces. Because it's the adults that are, and teens, that are more squirrel. Because they are normally all nice and rounded out, nice and fleshed out, while the babies, they're still babies. They still got their baby fat. So you draw a human face and then you plump the heck out of it. That's what I do. No edges. No edges to cut even the dullest of tomatoes. Just plump. So plump that it makes the plums jealous. The plumpy plums, plum with plump jealousy. I usually draw girls or nature. Oh, nature. Since I see it a lot. Nature is nice. I should draw more nature. Let's just practice with guys. Guys are not really that different from girls. I don't... Because, like... I mean, like, obviously they have a flatter chest generally. What I've been told is, like, they basically, like, are squares to the max, basically. Let's try to implement the squares. I don't like how this torso is shaped out, so I'm gonna sketch another one right over that. Trying to draw a fairy godmother with a baby for some reason. Like Wanda? No. There we go, there we go. Yeah, draw your baby like a chibi. There is a science behind chibis, though. There's a science behind chibis. Like, I tried drawing chibis before, and it's hard to make them not look like monsters. Magical wand with a star on it. There we go. That's the May, I know. I got a book of how to draw chibis. Oh my gosh, there's an actual book. Excellent. I ended up like making my own little chibi version. Like you see, you saw my character at the thumbnail of the video. It's very similar to that, except like a bit more. The head's a bit more bigger, I think, and the legs are more like literal squares. It's cool. That's cool that there's a book of chibis, because like I would like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Little thumb right there. I love you, mama. And that whole show is a chibi fest. My dreams come true. Show me how to be a hero like you. The only chibi there is the only non-chibi there in that show is Mamo. He's just short. Okay, here you go. It's on Amazon. Oh, excellent. My own time and money to spend on. Do you know what's the title of the chibi book with the chibis? I must know the chibis. Oh yeah, I'm straight up just starting on close. Oh, okay. I don't know what you're saying okay to. Sorry, it's gonna sometime due to technical difficulties. Oh no, was it my technical difficulties? Is everything okay? Okay, everything seems to be okay. Okay, it's alright, okay. Should be art class, that's what the book is called. Thank you, Nina Jones. Chibi enthusiasts all over like me, we're grateful for such knowledge. Supporting, thank you. Thank you, Aeropug. Oh, an Aeropug, that's cute. Welcome to the stream. Right now, I'm just getting a drawing ready to help teach the class about color, because last night I did another live stream on how to do a step-by-step drawing from the basic stick figure structure to the finished outline. And right now, and the streaming is for the Jacksepticeye's charity live stream, Thankmas, which is a fundraising event to help raise money for Red Nose Day, to help give provide food to to families of kids in need, or rather to the children in need and their families. I don't know how it goes, but there's a description. There's a description box below that will have the donation link if you can donate. If you can't find someone who can, spread the word and love, because this charity event is lasting for 9 days. I'm not streaming all 9 days. I'm just telling you all straight up. No, I'm not doing that to myself. I got things to do, and I know streaming is fun, but it can be daunting. See if I could probably donate tomorrow. That'd be nice. Yeah, they actually respond to us. Oh, who do? Anyways, good. That'd be great. That'd be great if you donate tomorrow, because like the donate box I have will be up throughout the whole charity event, up until the 20th. You beautiful artist, do you have an Instagram? I do have an Instagram. Let me put it down what it is, because I think it's different from my usual name. Let me put down a different layer so that I don't accidentally delete it. You should have a link through my YouTube channel as well. And at zero. That's not a 0. 0 1. You need more subs? Ah, thank you. Y'all, you're good too. Thank you. It's nice. I appreciate that, but I don't get paid for this, so it's fine. Viewers, on the other hand, like I said, I don't get paid for this, so it's fine. Love it here. Thank you. I'm glad I am pleasant. I'm glad so far the chat's been pleasant. I have dash subbed. Oh, I don't know what that is. Unless you mean like you just subbed right away, in which case, thank you. Thank you. Thank you too, it's a bunny. Thank you. Pug. I don't know who's dash sub. I don't know. I got lost. I got lost in the chat. Just sketch out the eyes. I can't believe it's been a whole year with the coronavirus. Yeah, it's a little tough to believe, but at the same time, like, okay, we'll see you soon. Maria, we'll see you soon, Maria. But yeah, it's a little daunting to believe that it's been a whole year, but at the same time, like, is it though? The last almost pandemic thing we had with the smallpox, that lasted for a while, and it was a thorn in our side for quite some time. And then there's the famous Black Plague, which actually lasted for years. It wasn't just 1 year. Plagues aren't just a 1 year and then they go. Yeah, it's almost been a year. Almost a year. Just found your... I'm making art for it for some reason. Oh, thank you. That'd be nice. I'd like to see it. Tag me on the grams. I'm almost done with this, so we will start the coloring session soon. And to do more details with the outlining bit. This is my character May from my comic series, in case you're wondering. There she goes, all nice and sketched out. And put that on one layer. There we go. Now to fade her out so that I can outline this and we can get started on the coloring tutorial. Away. Okay, so I'm gonna use a different brush than what I usually do because like the ink pen like kind of fades, like thins out, and I like that. And I want to try it out. Look at that difference in volume of the lines. That's interesting. People do that in their art to help differentiate thickness of like certain things, like objects, or it's just to help make the drawing more nice. I'm gonna lower this. There we go. So beautiful. Thank you, Arab Pug. Thank you, Nina Jones. They say they're making art. Join in on the art club if you want. Oh, I don't like that. You know what? I'm gonna switch back to the common brush. I'm gonna make it bigger to match the eel. It's too big. It's fine. Because like I wanted it to look all nice and even because there's a fixed structure. It's the chin. Chins are normally fixed and you can't really change them unless surgery. With this girl here is like 14, 15 years old. So like no plastic surgery for you. Do. Ah, hello Blue Quartz Dragon! It's been a while. How have you been? Yes, you have made it. I'm glad you could. Blue Quartz has been in a lot of my live streams in the past. I recognize their name. I believe the blue quartz was the literal diamond back then, though. Anyways, blue quartz, thank you for tuning in. This is a charity live stream event where I'm gonna like hang on, I gotta do this eye. Do a tutorial on coloring. Last night's charity event was about doing a drawing from start to finish, from the simple stick figure to the finished drawing itself. And this is for a charity event of Jacksepticeye's Thankmas 2020 fundraising event, which is raising money for Red Nose Day Foundation, which will help like I said, raise money for children to get food for the children and their families in need. So if you can donate, or you know someone who would be interested in helping out with the donation, there's a link in the description below. And there's also all money will, as far as I know, all money will go straight to the donation fundraising itself. You have no school? Cool. Cool, cool, cool. You've been drawing for 4 years? Nina Jones? Ooh, that's a nice long time. Due to COVID, time is supposed to. Oh yeah, well, like freaking, if you have the school day off for whatever reason, even if it's like parent teacher conference or whatever, then freaking take the opportunity to relax. I've been drawing since I was 8 or something, and I have school 4 days. Oh, since you were 8, that's another nice long span to draw. Excuse me. Congratulations. How has your drawings progressed during that 4 years? Oh. Blue Quartz is conversing with Nina Jones. And Maria Reynolds. Yes. What's the question for all the public schoolers? I was a private schooler, so this does not involve me. And I'm not currently in the school. I mean, I'm on online classes but nothing like in the buildings. Do y'all have exams? I think all schools have exams. Congratulations. I believe Blue Quartz Diamond is from elsewhere and not the US. If you're in the US, then you're applying. So I don't know how their school is. Which school? Do an anatomy tutorial, please. I beg. That's what I did in the last live stream. It's on my page right now. You can check it out either after or right now. It's only like 2 hours long, and I go into a very detailed step-by-step process of how to do to draw the bots and how to like implement the characters to the bots using shapes and sticks and stones break our bones. It's very educational, I swear. I'm working on an essay, but I love your content. Thank you, Crunchy Knuckles. Crunchy Knuckles, I remember you. I've been in school. A lot of it, I got to watch it ever. Anatomy is my weakness. Yeah, anatomy can be hard. I was just reading the comments there for a quick second. Anatomy can be hard, but shapes will help guide the way to conquering the anatomy. Now, May's clothes is actually pretty tight fitting, so I often just do that to help implement that. Like, it's pretty close to her skin. I remember from the last live stream, clothes are basically detailed blankets draped across you. So they follow the command of the clothes. Okay, undo button is acting weird again, whatever. There we go. Did you not like the previous line undo? Is that what you're telling me? Exams. That was like a little talk about exams. I'm glad exams are over. For me. In general. Unless I like have something else. But a lot of my classes I've been taking in college, like in college, yeah, you'll have exams, but like other times it's mostly just projects you gotta finish. And I like those. They don't feel like exams. Sometimes like they do feel like exams, but they're more like personal, especially if it's like something that you're interested in. Why is this off? There we go. There we go. If you are colored sketches more helpful? They do help like break out the anatomy and like help show you more of the details, but you have to be careful to not make it like, if you're doing it on the computer under layer by layer, you have to be careful to not do it all in the same color. Otherwise, if it has to be like the same color, then like it has to be very drastic different shades of colors. Otherwise, when you press down or when you try and like overlay them and outline it, they could like overlap and look like one huge bundle of nerves. If you want to read out for reference, there's a card. Ooh, Nia Flower. Hello, Nia Flower. If you want to free out for reference, there's a called Easy Poser, and it has honestly saved my life many times. That is interesting. Cool. Practicing with existing poses is nice too. I've heard about that. I think through Lavender Town. I don't know. Maybe I heard of it. I don't know. I know she probably mentioned in one of her videos that there are apps that will help you like with anatomy poses, like exercises and stuff. And yeah, Flower, welcome. If you're just joining us, this is a live stream event for a charity fundraising for Jacksepticeye's Thankmas, which is helping raise money for Red Nose Day to help distribute and get food to children in need and their families. There's a donate link in the description below, and all money, for the $100 mark, will go straight to supporting that fundraising event. Yes. The chat's just going crazy complaining about the school system. And they should. I think in COVID, in this crisis, they should have gone with a more like college-like approach where the children and parents get to schedule what classes work for them best. And they're only there for a certain amount of hours, like college. Give them the college experience. They learned so much though. I don't know. I'm not a scholar. I'm not a scholar or a school system. I'm just a student who experienced all the systems, all from preschool to, like I said, to community college, to I guess a private college. I don't know. To a college. You are bunk. Hello, it's Bunny. Welcome back. Okay. We are almost done with the outlining, so we will get to the color tutorial soon. Sticks and stones make break up my bones. That's what I'm doing today in this live stream. Last live stream I did last night, I did a little tutorial step by step on how to get from porcelain stick figure to a fleshed out character figurine. So if you want to check that out, you can. It's up on my YouTube channel right now. Hufflepuff. I'm a Hufflepuff by choice. Hello, Hufflepuff. I'm also a Ravenclaw. Oop, my parents said I should go IRL because of friends. Thankfully, this is the last week before winter break again. The chat's still complaining about school. I mean, like, yeah, you could, like, physical conversing with friends. I heard a funny noise just now. It was adorable funny noise. Conversing with friends IRL is a little bit different and much more satisfying, I think, than internet. Although internet's nice. Internet's nice too. You don't have to get dressed, get ready, travel. You just like log in and chat for hours, which is what you were gonna do anyways in person. Oh, the little noise is funny. I'm back again. Okay, here we go. I am done. Teachers value both online and in person. Them's the good teachers. It's just a sort of theme. They're just that they don't really know how to use computer. Oh no. They shall learn. Learn from the students, and the teachers will teach you. Art school. Yeah, I feel like the teachers at art school know how to use the computers. They kind of do, because a lot of art mediums are transferring very heavily to the digital media. Okay, we're gonna color her in now. Hopefully everything is good. Let's take that out. Okay, we're gonna do a base right now. Let's see. Let's get her skin color up here. I believe she's more of a pink. Like a pink hue. Maybe a little bit more red. Yeah, no, yeah. That's a little too flush. That's better, I think. Oh no, what did I do? How did I get out of that? I clicked something I shouldn't have. Okay, where's the bucket? There's the bucket. Now I'm actually taking animation in art class. Ooh. Hello, my waffles. Hello, sibling. I need to close off that thing. Hello, sibling. This is my sister. This is my brother. We look out and laugh for each other. Hug each other's faces. I like knitting, and I like me, and I like toys. We both came out of the same glory. Siblings. Where are you going? I have another brother. We thought there were two, but now we have another. I gotta show my sister that song, Siblings. It's a fun song. Ooh, this is fine. That's good. Thank you. What's fine? I don't know. It's probably relating to the tag. I wouldn't know. Sometimes it's all like perfectly timed. Finished a beautiful sketch of fan art. Oh, I can't wait to see it. It will have to be after this live stream. One ov means egg in Latin. Oh, ov means egg in Latin. It's pronounced like oh, ow, ow, no, ow, 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 o, w, o. I suppose. Ooh. Yay, finish. Go you. Yay. Finishing things is nice. Excuse me, I had a burp. Okay, so let's just draw color in her hair. She has dark purple hair. She dyes it. Oh no, I did it on the wrong layer. You know, I could probably just bucket it. Yeah, that's too purple. It needs to be darker. There we go. That's better. I need to plug my laptop up. My cat's sleeping on a charger. Sometimes sacrifices have to be made. She'll probably fall asleep on the laptop eventually. Anyways. If it's just the cord, then I'm sure your cat won't notice. He'll be like, whatever. Okay. A sad face. Yes. It is your choice. Let your computer die and let the battery suffer, or disturb the cat's peace and serenity. A tough choice. A tough choice indeed. Ah, it's selected. Cool. I just need to make sure. In the end of the it's at the end of the charger. He always sleeps on weird things. Cats always sleep on weird things. I don't know why. I mean, some of them make sense. Like your laptop, it's warm. They like warmth. It's a match made in heaven. But then there's things like, they want to sleep on your face. Why your face? What did my face ever do? Oh no, that's too much pink. Well, let me detail why I picked these colors palettes for her in the first place. I don't know why I picked them out like this in the first place, but when I did, but now looking back on it, looking at it, knowing what I know now, oh no. I would say it's actually interesting knowing what I know now, why I picked these colors for her, how these colors like basically complement each other because they're almost in the same spectrum. They're in like the red, they're warm colors more or less, so they really work together despite purple actually being more cool, but it's a purple more shaded in the red aspect. You have some talent, my friend. Thank you. Irapug. And here we are, play Genshin Impact. No, I have not. I don't know what it is. Explain to the comments while I explain coloring. Okay, so there's this thing called color theory, I think. There's this thing called complementary colors. That's what I know. It's when colors on the wheel really complement each other. There's the primary colors, which is like red, blue, and yellow. And then there's the other color. I don't know what they're called. I forgot what they're called. But you know what they are. They're like the supporting group. They're like the support colors. They help complement the primary colors and even each other and help balance out the drawings and illustrations of the piece. Delete? Yeah, there we go. And they help balance out. Did I say that right? Well, they help balance out. That's important because then, like, if you have too many colors, it's a delicate balance. If you have too many colors, then everything will be askew. Everything would look weird. Like if May's hair was blonde, I think that'd been too much. But because her hair is mostly purple, like her pants, it actually works better. I think her pants should be more on the red. No, more on the blue. Her pants are make it cooler. More cooler. There we go. Yeah. Anyways, let's see. Like if because like her hair is purple, it sort of complements her pants. It kind of like matches her pants. And then her shirt is pink, which is like the same is like it, this purple on her hair has is more leaning towards the red side. I can't show you the color reel of all the times, but it does, like if you like take this picture and try and what's it called, teardrop it, I guess that's what it's called. I don't know. If you try to teardrop it you'll see that it's actually more towards red than the pants, which is more towards the blue. And that's like the whole warm and cool colors, where the blue is the cooler color and the red's the warmer color. And so because her purple hair is more closer to the red spectrum, it complements and blends well with the vibrant pink, which is also like a warm color, but it's like a more excited color, which also helps with the yellow, which is also a very bright, warm color. Complementary colors. That's what they are. The other colors. They are magical in their own way. I like using them in highlight and underneath the hair. Makes it pop. Yeah, yeah. Complementary colors are nice. The yellow strand hair here is a complementary color, and it really does help tie in together. Because it's not so much, like it's not all of her hair, I feel like it actually helps make the colors pop a bit more while also tying it all together. Like a nice little bow tie on a present. I need to do the eyes. Oh no. Oh no. This will be tricky because I did the coloring on the face on the outline layer. Oh dear. Okay, so we will also expand how the complementary colors can also be used in shading, as we will just play around with coloring once we are done with this. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, that should look. Oh no, she's a mime. Okay, I could do this. I wish I could draw fan art for you, but I can't see it. But you can't see it. I have an Instagram you could probably tag me with if you want, or you could just like hashtag. Let me write a hashtag. Where's the layer where I wrote the name? You could draw hashtag. I don't know. Miss C underscore, or maybe just Miss C part. Miss C fan art. Maybe Miss CB fan art. Casual so advertisement. Yes, that's what it is, Blue Quartz Dragon. I didn't even think that, because like I want to see what you guys are doing. But that's my username on Instagram too, if you feel like just like tagging me in it. Otherwise, if it's like a fan art of this character, she's actually from a comic series, where it's like, I believe the hashtag I would use is TABT. And then you can just add fan art if you want. I don't know. No, that looks like an H. It's short for Tricksters at Beats Tales. My account is private. Oh, well then, like, freaking if you have a DeviantArt account, just like spewing out all this information. I have it linked to the YouTube channel too, but my DeviantArt account is it's basically the same thing up there, except it's a -1. -1. And Tumblr is the same, but with like lur at the end. I'll write it down if whatever, if you have it or not. I don't know. Siblings. Let's get back to this. If you're just joining in, this is a charity live streaming event where I draw and illustrate and give you a little tutorial about how to do things. For, like I said, this is a charity live stream event for Jacksepticeye's 2020's Thankmas to help raise money for, why is it doing that? To help raise money for Red Nose Day so that they will get the funds they need to help distribute food to children and their families in need. There's a link to the donation button below if you haven't donated yet. If the meter is full, because it's only like $100. There are other charities that are going on that should be able to like help out and that you'll be able to donate to, as well as the fundraising charity stream itself. And why you do that? And if it's not, that's fine, because the donation page itself will remain open for 9 days. What the heck is the comment saying? I would recommend making a public account and posting fan art. Oh, okay, they're talking Instagram. Just go art on there. I just go art on there. A kick? Benefactor? What? Wait, kick club? What? No. But you can donate if you want. Anyways, the last live stream I did yesterday was a tutorial on how to do a step-by-step process of anatomy, how to use shapes and figures to get from simple stick figure to a fleshed out, drawn out character you can use to apply to people. And today I am doing colors. I'm just getting this individual ready for the coloring process. We just finished talking about complementary and primary colors. Again, thank you. Again, thank you, chat. Thank you, chat, for telling me. Trying to find who specific. Yes, Blue Coast Dragon. Thank you for reminding me the basics of color. Anatomy. I don't know her. Grey's Anatomy? You don't know Grey's Anatomy? No, I'm kidding. We got about talking about complementary colors and how they work together to help complete the piece. I gotta fix that. In the meantime, I'm also finishing her up, but brown is also like a complementary color, and I think it's really tie in the whole thing. I don't know how, I don't know why, it just looks nice. We may have to do this all again. Not the whole drawing, just the eyes. The eyes, those horrible, horrible eyes. Chippy means short. Does it? I thought it meant cute. No, I thought it meant like cute. Is it cute and short? I must ask my sister. Later, she's the Japanese expert in my household. Much more reliable than Google. I had to live a long time ago inside. I went to a live a long time ago. Thank you. Thank you, GalaXCT. Oh, wait! Were you at another live stream of mine, GalaXCT? Your name looks familiar. Welcome again if you are a returning sub. Yep. Aye! We're getting a lot of familiar faces up in here. Yeah, welcome back. This is another charity live stream, just like many across the world today, and probably for a while, because this is a live stream, because this is a charity event that's going on for 9 days. It's going to be done on the 20th. I am not live streaming all those days. I'm just letting you know. This probably will be the last one. I don't know. Just letting you know. But my charity page will be open for the 20 days in case you want to donate, and it's to help raise money for Jacksepticeye. Trying to get finishing touches here. Jacksepticeye's fundraising event of Thankmas to help raise money for Red Nose Day to help the children in need. Will somebody please think of the children? Our goal in my page is just $100. Let me actually check that out once I get her all nice and done. Time for the logo. Yes. I'm going to put this on a different layer. Now again, this is the article clothing, so the words along with the fabric should actually follow the body instead of like just slapped on there. I mean, yeah, it's not bad that you do that. It's just like in school you're gonna be taught that. How does the stop look like? I can't remember if it's a low T or little t. It has been a while. I'm glad I did this on another layer. Hang on, I'm not liking how this goes. Hello, Holly. Eskers, and there's a sugar ray by Sums and PC. Hello, Zella Faye. SB Pastel, a sugar cat raid. What's a sugar cat raid? Hello, Daisy80. Oh, all these little people are just flooding in. All right, welcome to. I'm gonna look this up. What's the sugar cat raid? I'll look it up later. I gotta explain. This is a charity live stream event with Jacksepticeye. I repeated this so much in a short time span. Jacksepticeye's Thankmas to help raise money for Red Nose Day, to help raise money to help get food for children and their families in need. I am doing a charity event where I'm tutorialing on how to draw and do art. This one in particular, we're doing color today. And as soon as I'm done with this collector, which will be soon, as soon as I get this more centered and I finish the word. Do not take this to heart. This is just how her shirt is logoed because I like irony. I like irony jokes. The donation link is in the description below if you want to see it. Here we go. There we go. And here we go. Like I said, I'm going to do coloring soon enough. So if you want to stick around and look at the coloring process, you can. I already did a charity. Already had another live stream event yesterday where I did anatomy and its process. So what's going on? Your animation is nice. Thank you. Thank you, K.A. Gig Sound and Sup. What's this sugar cat here? Hello, sugar cat. Sugar cat raid. Oh, I've been raided. That is so cool. Let me see how the Tiltify is going and let me look up what the heck happened. Oh, we got to 480. 4850. That's so nice. Thank you. Thank you. And that's a leap. And that's a leap compared to where you are. Thank you. Thank you. Sugar Cat Raid. It's a raid. I figured it's a raid. Let me find who Sugar Cat is and thank them. Thank you, Sugar Cat, if you're watching right now. I'm getting onto YouTube right now. Okay, it's on my phone. While I'm doing that, oh yeah, those are my like Instagram accounts and stuff. If you want to like join in, follow me and stuff like that. All right, so I don't want a retail account. How did that happen? I'm going on my computer. Okay, let's see. Sugar cat. There we go. Here's Sugar Cat. I have to find it later because I can't find it. Not right off the bat. Oh no, oh no. I hope this computer's mute. It is not. Ah, there we go. I got it. Okay. Okay, cool. Sugar Cat. Thank you again, Sugar Cat. If you're still watching, why don't we start on the whole shading tutorial? So we just covered the whole talking about primary and complementary colors, about how they complement each other. The primary colors here are red. Well, the primary colors in general are red, the basic, as basic as you could get, red, and then there's blue and yellow. Those are the three basic primary colors, and then there are the complementary colors, which is the colors that you get when you mix these three together. You can't see the yellow. There's the yellow. The yellow is very light. And so, like, green would be a complementary color, brown would be a complementary color, and so on and so forth. Red and white are actually like shades. They're not considered colors by some people. Oh, okay. People are heading out. Hello. Bye-bye. Thank you for the raid. Hope y'all enjoy that. My stream, my Tiltify page is open for all 20 days in case you want to come back. This video will be back on Tuesday on my main channel in case you want to see it. Oh, okay. I got. You have a nice Thankmas too. Bye-bye. Okay. So, as I was saying, okay, who Sugar Cat is, but they sound cool. Yeah, they sound cool. That was a fun little thing. That was a fun little raid. Happy Thankmas. Happy Thankmas. Happy Thankmas. That's the race up picture. He's really nice, kind of guy with a good community. He streams and are really chill. Cool. I look forward to finding their video and seeing me in person. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'd like to try. So, I know. We all ran. You're nice. Come visit. I will. I will look at you guys. I will try to find the Sugar Cats. Any drawing tips? Yes, I'm actually doing that this video. Any drawing tips? Drawing tips, shapes really help you out. We actually had a video last live stream yesterday where I go from stick figure to a complete finished figure. And these are, but today we are doing color. So if you want to look at that and then come back here, you can. It's only 2 hours long. About a little over 2 hours. That's the addictive wheel. Yeah. Yes, this is the addictive reel, but now it's a duck. So these are the three primary colors, and anything in between is a complementary color. Thank you for subscribing, Sir Sixter. Welcome. Make sure to donate to whatever streams you visit. So the three primary, and then the complementary colors. The reason why I think these colors work together, because like back when I colored this character at first, I didn't really know much about color theory and all that. I just picked what looked nice, and these look nice because they are all, don't do that. These are all like, they're not all just the same spectrum of purple per se, except for pink and yellow. It's like they're different shades. Okay. Like red and yellow are generally known as warm colors. And let me fade that out. So, yeah. And blue is generally a cool color. So anything that correlates with blue, like green and purple, are generally cool colors, and orange and brown would be warm colors. But for example, purple, which is you see three purples of, would like this one, and the hair, like her shoes, pants, and shorts. So they are different shades of purple. Her hair is more on the warm spectrum, which is more of the red side, which helps complement well with the pink shirt she got here because pink is like a lighter shade of red. There are 2 different color wheels and one used. The computers are RGB. A part of the... Oh, this is useful information from Chunky Knuckles. From Crunchy Knuckles, I'm sorry. And blue quartz dragon. Okay, blue quartz dragon says... magenta kind of not really have it. The primary is red, yellow, blue, as I said. Secondary are purple, green, and orange. Specifically, yes. And Blue Quartz Dragon says, try something triad colors are cyan, magenta, and red, orange. Then Crunchy Knuckles finishes saying, there are 2 different color wheels. The one used in the computers are RGB, part of the addictive color wheel, and the IRL, the real life one, is a subtractive used RYB. How interesting. How interesting. Learned that from they learned that from the Let's Player. Leapster game. How interesting. I haven't heard of that game. Donate I can, but be someone else that can. Or find someone else that can. Donate if you can. Links in the description. Again, this is it's open for all throughout the whole charity stream, which is like 20 days long. No, not 20 days. It's up until the 20th for 9 days. We can use it. Make it red on your console. You can. What? That's crazy. Someone sneezed. Bless you. Okay. That's interesting. So, about the colors. So, because this purple is more of a warmer shade, it goes well with the pink shirt. And these pants, because they're the cooler shade, and they go well with the shoes because the shoes are also a cooler shade. They're more on the blue side. Oh my goodness. God bless you again. So, they actually mesh well together. Color science is confusing. It is and it isn't. If you know star science about warm and cool colors, you'll know about color theory. Okay, so why the yellow works? Why does the yellow work? Because I believe it's a primary color. It's the only really primary color out of this whole color wheel thing you see here. Because this isn't exactly red, the shirt's not exactly red, but these are in like the red spectrum, the hair and the shirt. And so like red and yellow aren't exactly complementary, but they do help make the colors pop more, I believe. It does help make the colors like stick out more and be, well, sticking out on its own. And so since these 3 tie in with these three, then it all ties in and the hair is a sort of like bow. What also helps is her skin tone, because her skin tone is actually more on the pink side of the spectrum, more on the red side. So that also helps tie in things together, making her more like if she had to pick a wardrobe, you know how they say like your summer, your winter, they're actually referring to the primary colors. What would work best for you? Spring would be like yellow, red would be like summer, and more of the oranges and browns would be like fall, and the blue would be like winter. Because her skin is like a pinkish, more of a pinkish hue, she would be more complementary with the summer wardrobe. The summer wardrobe as opposed to like the pink, as opposed to like winter wardrobe. So like a lot of her color palette is mostly on the warm side, although I do draw her sometimes with cool colors. It doesn't hurt to like diverse. It doesn't hurt to get out of the unexpected of fashion. Okay, let me chop out all these lines. I will leave them in there to look at back at later, but I want the primary colors to stay on because we go crazy ham based on these colors with the shading. Yeah. There you go. Now I can just do that and come back to it whenever I want. Wait, is that correct? That's what I've heard about the warm colors, about the spring and stuff. You know, I just know they're all colors opposite to each other and mix really badly, but look good together. There are some that can and cannot. Let's just look at red and green. Red and green are, in a sense, both primary colors, but they tend to mesh really badly if they are the very saturated points, because they are two very bright spectrums of each other. Let us zoom in here for a sec. That is why with Christmas you can't just have straight up bright red and then straight up bright green. I mean, that'll look good in raid parties, but it normally hurts the eye. But the green we're typically used to in the holiday season is more darker and tends to be much more classy because it is more of like the warmer side of things. No, it's more of the cooler side of things, and blue and red don't typically go well together because they are very strong and very opposite colors. So like you can't see it go well. I must burn your eyes for examples. You must see to learn. But if we take the red and make it darker, it actually kind of looks better. Let's try making the red lighter. Again, it kind of looks better. The blue definitely contrasts out a lot. Let's try making the blue like different. Let's try making the blue darker. That works because like the red is the warmer, brighter color. It will tend to like vibrate and let out more light. Yes, like in Scooby-Doo. It would let out more light. While the darker colors actually absorb the light, so they will help. So they like sort of like kind of like when you have put a shadow in or your hand blocking the light, your hand would be the cooler colors while the light would be the warm colors. And so it's better to just play around with the darker colors to help, because the red colors will help bounce out of it more. I must suffer for for color theory. Yes, it's for color theory. So if we have like, this is why the Christmas colors actually work, because it is actually not a straight up red as you see here. It is actually like more of the purple side, more of the darker, more of the cooler side of shading, and the same with the green. The green is more of the cooler blue, so that's why they work. They're actually both cool colors. They're actually both cool colors, but if you're not careful, you could end up hurting your eyes. Ding dong, ding dong. Have a holly jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year. Or they're actually, the green can also be a much more on the warmer side, like the spring. That helps it. Yeah, I think actually the Christmas green is more on the warmer side, but darker. How interesting. Say hello to friends you know, everyone you meet. But you can also like fix the saturation by actually like, instead of making it like strictly strictly red and black, you can actually, red or green, you can actually like change the opaque of the colors and make it more pleasant to watch and see. I just saw the shot in a bit. It's a little funny. And so you can also, like, that was a nice color together, nice Christmassy, and this is also a nice Christmas thing. You can make this easily a holly plant. That's why I make the backgrounds a darker color. Yeah, generally, if you're in a darker setting, you want to make sure the characters stand out by giving them much more vibrant colors, much more lively colors than the background. I have another kind of weird question, says Gallica Axes. Do straight up colors exist, or will they always have something mixed with them? Like red is straight up red. Red will not always be the same red. I don't know. It depends. It depends because there's slightly different shades of everything. I don't know how that number system with the thingy works. You know, when you go to the paint store and you're like, I want white, and they're like, do you want eggshell? Do you want? And you're like, I don't know how that number system works, but I do know that when I see this green and then this green, I'm able to tell the difference. I'm able to tell the difference. This one's more yellow and this one's more blue. I mean, like, yeah, I just drew it, but I'll be able to tell the subtle difference in the real life. Cause color theory is just a theory. A game theory! Yes. Oh, I wonder if his other channel will have to do with art. Wouldn't that be something? Alright. So, we got a bit of the jumble of the color theory about. How do I go about it? But so we know about the warmer colors and the primary colors. And then let's get the other colors, the triad, the complementary colors up. Here's the orange, that's complementary to both the red and maybe blue, but it's mostly red and yellow that is complementary to. I'll put it here. And then to complement red and or blue and yellow, it would be green. And to complement red and blue, it would be purple. Right here. You can see why they're complementary colors, because just putting them between the primary colors here, you could see that they actually like support the other primary colors. Like, here we go. It's not just because they're mixed together very well. It's also because, like, if you put purple and red and blue, they'll look nice together. And the same here with purple and red, and then orange with red and yellow will be also look nice together, as well as with yellow or blue with the color green. I'll put complement. Oh no. Complementary. And remember, it's called complementary because they complement each other. I'll put P for primary. And then C for complementary. And then I'll just do this. Write it down. I like how it went from a drawing team to a full-out color theory lecture. I love it. Oh, thank you. That was actually the whole point. I just had to get the picture ready. Because in the last live stream, I did a tutorial lecture, I guess, about how to do from stick figure to full-out to stick figure to a full-out figure drawing. Prime. It's up on my channel right now if you want to check it out. There we go. That says warm in case you can't tell. Warm. And you can see why it's called, why orange and yellow are warm, because like you can even like kind of feel it. It's the thing about it. Like with snow, when you draw snow, when you color in snow, it's not just white and gray. You actually would use shades of green and brown to help make the shades of white, of snow, and because it helps give the sense of cool and maybe even purple. And we will see why with this drawing right now. What's that on her armpit? Yeah, I was able to see that all the way from there. Does anyone else think that shapes have a color to go with? Yeah, I need to erase that. Where is that? No. Oh, it's on the person itself. Okay. Like a triangle would be yellow and the circle will be blue. that there is some truth to that, because like its association, blue is very like, I mean, circle or circle, a yellow. I need to diagram this. There is some truth to that though. They used it in Inside Out, because blue is a very, circle is actually very like not active, very straightforward, very smooth color and shape. And because blue is a cool color, and cool is actually represented by like much more somber and smoother tones, so it would like, it makes sense to associate a shape that's not very jagged or has much distinct to it, to have like a sort of like smoothness to it with the color along to go with the shape. While the triangle is very very jagged and very on point, and get it, point, and has very defined features that help differentiate with that. And purple is also, I mean, yellow is also very vibrant and very detailed. You can't really miss yellow, even if it's a darker shade, in which case it becomes orange if you go too dark. So yeah, orange, yellow would be very, very much more like vibrant and sticking out. Well, square cone is typically, as I've seen, a red color, but that's because it is defying like yellow. It has defying features. It's very, but it's much more, it has a much more stable feel to it, which is why we use it in like when we draw out shapes and people and stuff. We use this for the torso and stuff because it's the thing that helps things to mince together. I'll explain purple too. Or I'll explain diamond too. So like, because a square is much more grounded, has a much more grounded feel to it with this even base all around, it would have red, because red, although it is a warm color like yellow, it is a darker shade of a warm color. Like think of autumn or fall, when it's like cooler than the bright sunny yellow of summer, but it's also like, it's not exactly cold like yellow. It's much more firm and grounded, which is when fall is like about grounding down and like getting things together. And now the diamond, why would that be purple? That's an interesting question. I think because it is a good balance between the triangle's excitement, the triangle's vibrant, jagged shape, while also having the stability of the square. So it would make sense that it's purple, because purple is a bright color that's also like cool. It's like, basically it's like red, but more of a cooler shade of it to help it make it more tone, to show that this piece is like, it's more like it could tip over and become more brighter, or tip over and become more cooler, I think. At least that's my thought. But yes, with shapes and color theory, they implement that in Inside Out. They actually have a video where they explain why they picked the shapes that they did, except for fear. They just indicated drawing with waffles. Oh, I heard of drawing with waffles. I need to look at their video. But that's what I say. I'll be interested to see what she says. Okay, so how do we use these colors for shading? Well, first thing we gotta ask is, where the heck is the sun coming from? Where's the source of the light? Gotta know where the source of the light is, otherwise you'll be in a jumble mess. So, like, if the lighting is actually coming from here, and you draw shadows like right here, then what are you doing? That is not a shadow. That shouldn't be shaded. This down here should be shaded. So you gotta decide where you want your light to come from. A simple arrow can do nicely. Sometimes it also depends on the day. So if this arrow is our source of light, we'll go with that first. That is more of an orange, which is a sort of evening kind of color. I think it feels like that to me. Move that all the way up. Sunset. That's what it says. Set. There we go. Okay. And then, oh, food's ready. And then, like, this lighting right here will actually have more shadows in the back, right here. And maybe right here. And then there'll be a lighter shading right here. We'll explore that one next. That's where mostly all the shading would be. And it also depends how strong the light is too. Let us look at the sunset example. It's also lighting like right here too, but then, oh yes, that can be evenings. That can be the cool. So, shading, this is the main shading. If the lighting is very far, then the shading would be fairly light, I believe. Let us go. Since this is a sunset, we shall go with an orange shade. I'll multiply that. Sometimes the primary colors as a shade don't work, but that's nice. It's nice. And you'll have to switch it up a bit. Like maybe if the color is too dark, you want to pick a darker color to go with the color wheel. And because like maybe a brown or a complementary color or a different primary color altogether. What I did just now is I multiplied the thing, and the multiply feature of the computer, if you don't know, is basically just makes it so that the color is more see-through, and it helps it like make it more like, it helps make it darker and along the colors, and it doesn't blur, it doesn't cover up the lines. It's nice. It's a nice feature. I like multiply as a shading feature. I gotta go for a bit, but I think I'll be able to make it back though. Alright, Gillet, XCT, I hope you'll come back soon. Okay. And then, like I said, we follow the light, but we don't just follow the light. We also follow the figure in question, like how are they shaped. You can't just do a flat. I mean, like you can, but it depends on the artist's choice and all that. Generally, we mostly follow the shape of the object we are drawing, and we have to keep in mind in things like her hair, not just the hair in the back, the hair in the front, because this bang is like sort of blocking her eye, but it's not just blocking her eye, it's also covering over here, so then there will be a bit more shading over here to help detail the shape of the color or the shape of the object that the light is like supposed to be supposed to be like coming from, I guess. Don't know what the word is. Oh well. And so generally you're able to just do that. Then the eye doesn't stay out of the shading either. The eyeball gets shaded too. And then we'll shade a little bit of here. And then we shade under the nose. There we go. That's a good shading. It's a good shading to implement sunset. Again, you don't have to use sunset per se. You don't have to use orange per se. Let's say you want to also emanate sunset, but we could use the color brown. Where's the brown? There's a brown. And voila, the shading becomes darker and more contrast. It shows that it's actually, the sunset is actually really, really strong in this picture right here with the arms. I'm going to do the sunset with the brown. The sunset with the orange was more like it's a far away lighting source, but this one shows that the lighting source is actually a lot closer than like initially thought. So if you want to implement that, so like you can use the different colors to show like how far and how close the lighting source is. Typically, if it's darker shading, then you will require darker color, and if it's that, then it tells the people that you are doing that the lighting source that's coming from is actually much darker, much closer than initially. I like using circles. Circles are nice. Circles are very, very useful. This is a very shady night stream. That's funny. That's funny, Dragmore. I like that. That's a funny pun. I like puns. Okay, so because the lighting is so strong and coming from there, we could also do that. Because it's so strong and so close, that means there's actually more shadows to go around for the little thing, for the little people, for the little I'm losing my train of thought, for the little lights to shine around. So there are some places you wouldn't think would have little glimmers of light, but that's because but they show up because you gotta take into account where there's openings. Like there's an opening here, so light will show through and shine on a little bit on the clothes a bit, maybe not even like shade up the whole torso per se, and help give more defining, show more defining features with the shadows. This is why like anatomy. Learning anatomy will help because it also helps you more with like the idea of how to shade things if you need to. Let me see if I can. Yay, no consequences. Sometimes the paint bucket just straight up like, oh, you want me to paint bucket everything? And you're like, no. So like, because the hand is behind her, it would actually, the light will be very much on it. And so a majority, you have to be able to remember that the majority of the lighting will be more like on certain bits and parts of the arm, where the light, because it's coming from here, this part will be more lighted than this bit. Once you get the basics of shading down, you could go nuts and play with lighting to your heart's content. And yeah, there we go. Maybe a little bit more here. Yeah, okay. Oh, we should delete that. And now with the lower bit, the torso. Well, we haven't done this bit yet. Okay, hang on. Guys, this. And six and seven. How interesting. We may not. Because the sun, the lighting source is very much like right there. You have to be selective, a little bit more selective of where you want the shading to happen. You know? Like I said, the shadings, like the shade, the shadows of things wrap around, a little bit like clothes. They wrap around the objects that they are covering up, rather than the person, walking with the shadow. A shadow is a very much like a complementary color in and of itself. Okay, so let's say with the torso, and let's say we want to make it later in the evening. Let's say we want to use, let's see what happens if we use red, straight up just red as a shading tool. It just shows red. I mean, like, you could use this to implement that temperature too, like, because it's so red against her skin and her palms, it shows that it is very hot. It's very hot out. Her legs are steaming. She might even have sunburn, dare I say. I'll leave that there to help show the difference between how the colors like do shading, like how the colors can even like show temperature of the area. But this red would actually go well with the pants if we were still doing the brown color, because like they still show that it's still the same. It gives the vibe of the same time, but they won't do well with the legs. So what will we do with the legs if we want to change the color then? Or it's late. Oh yeah, or it's late. I mean, like, I haven't seen red being that way. Only red I've seen that is when I put my hand against a light, against the flashlight. Konnichiwa. Oh, konnichiwa. I was like, what is that? But I understood. So, if you want to implement that is late, let's try using purple. Let's see what happens now. It's still like pretty vibrant. And what can help with that, actually, here's another tidbit with that, is that you can do that and then lower the efficiency, and now you have different tones of shading. Ooh, this one is more of an evening color now. Well, this one's also evening, but this one's more like late evening or like night, probably dusk, and this one's more like evening, like 5 o'clock, or should I say 3 US time. We have time zones and we have to change the clock. But you see how just lowering the opaquency of the thing, making it more clear and transparent, changes the shading more into a natural state of her skin tone. That's another thing you could do. Instead of just using straight up colors, or once you finish straight up colors, you can like play around with the clearness of it to show like it, to show like the time of day you want to implement, or the temperature you want to implement. So let's see what happens if we go with a blue. Or actually, let's go with green first. What happens with a green? 7 a.m. for December. That's so true. The green looks like green. How interesting and kind of expected. You can go on and I'll show you how this can work as a shading too in a second. Like take this yellow for example. If I wanted, let's go to this triangle. If I wanted to exemplify the shape within the triangle to show that there is shading, here's what I can do. I can either take a darker shade of red and go like that, or I could take green and go like this. And voila, yellow suddenly has a dimensions because green is a much more cooler color than yellow, so it is able to like become more of a shape-based. It becomes more of like the shadow for the color yellow. And you could do that the same with other colors. Like you can actually do the opposite with green with blue. Make blue the shading instead of green. This is what some people do with their colors. The colors. So let's go up here because that layer isn't good. And so it isn't like not gray. It's not multiplied. So let's just go and make this big green right here. And voila, the blue becomes the shading now. Because the blue is the darker color, and that's the basis of shading. Generally, if you're just doing it with the primary based colors, the darker color becomes the shade to the lighter color, as presented here. And so, with this lay, what would happen if we play with the opaque? We can play it like that. And oh, there's a sickly color. If you want, or Christmas lights with these two lights. If you want to show that there's Christmas lights coming from here, that's how you do it. You get the color of the lights and then put on a multiply and then lower the opacity. You can do it like that. But if you also want to implement that they're feeling sickly and such, doing that too with the green will work too. As well with the red, if they're feeling feverish or like. Again, it doesn't have to be on the skin exactly. It could be in the room itself to show that since the room looks, or the environment, or whatever, since they have a tint of sickly green, it might mean that the situation is off. There's not something right about it. And now let us see what the blue do. Finally. Get to the blue. Get to the chopper. What the blue do to this torso? Let us get back to the opacity. It works well with this purple because, like I said, blue is the darker tone. How would I shape this shadow? That's a good question. That I gave myself. Well, for one, there actually wouldn't be a shadow there because the light's coming from there. And then, since the light's coming from here too, there wouldn't be too much of a shadow there. It would be more like a long hue. The shadow's coming from, or the light's coming from here. So we would follow the thigh up and crop around. Since this is a flat, there'll be some shading there. Blue colors don. Blue colors don the color. Yes. No, I don't know what that means. I don't know what I said. Blue, but I do. Blue is a good color to work with. If you want to especially emanate a sense of calming or a sense of evening or a sense of cold. That looks almost right. But like more like this, I think. I think they'll be more thicker. Looks thicker. More like thicker. It's green. Because we also got to take into account that she's sort of leaning forward towards it. Towards it a little bit, at least with her arms. So there would be some shading caused by her own body to help show, to help display the shadow or straightens the shadow below her. Oh yes, including her leg. I forgot about the leg. So it'd be more like this, with this being her bottom foot. There we go. That is shading 101 with using the primary colors as temperatures. And then let us try shading with black and white straight up. How will we shade this black and white? Let us change the time. That's the color you see when you... That's the color you use when you're red or warm? Yes. When you're warm, you would use red or brown. Mostly any of the primary colors here. Mostly on the warmer spectrum. So like red, brown, orange, and yellow. But if you want to implicate like a certain temperature of warm, you would go, for example, yellow would be much more lighter. Let's color her in yellow, actually. Oops, that was wrong, but I need that anyway, so let's color her in yellow for a sec and have this on multiply. Okay. And just have like a simple little yellow on her. Where would the light be? Let us change the time and have it be, I said have it, oh, I'm on the wrong layer. Have it be more straight on. Oh, that was 2 hours. Excellent. I shall be finished soon. We will do each complementary colors differently, or first on their own, and then we'll do black and white, and then we will finish because I gotta eat. Dinner's ready. So, yellow's looking a little peckish. She's looking a little hungry. How do we fix that? What? We're already on multiply, so do that, and now it looks much more natural in a sense. What color I use for a shade is the win red. What color I use for shade is it wine red? Oh, if it's like a dark red? That is a good question. Okay. If it's a dark red like this, stop looking, you would actually use blue. Blue or purple. Because they help keep the red dark. They should help keep the dark red clear, but also like they show the shading and the shape of it. So we use blue for this shade of dark red, and then it has to be smaller than that. Let's use this G. And then shape it up. So I'm using blue right now on this darker shade of red, and this is helping sticking it out more because like I said, the cooler colors help make the brighter colors pop out more, or the cooler colors help the warmer colors pop out more, and so it would help give defiance to the character that you're trying to draw itself and give it more depth and detail. As you can see here. So that was blue. That was us using blue. I'm taking the long way. Oh no, sorry about that. Taking the long way to purple. There we go. And so this is purple. Again, it depends on how strong you want the shadow to be. See this purple with this dark red, it's not that bad, but you can it's not as dark as the blue shading was, but that can be fine if it's in a lighter room. So it still gives the defining features if that's what you're striving for. And then we will use a green next. You can also use brown, but that would be difficult, even more difficult than purple, because they are very close in color, especially if you say you were doing wine red, and wine red is typically very dark on its own. And here's the green. Green gives like a much more stronger color than blue, which is a little unexpected. Sometimes the primary colors surprise you like that. So it's good to play around with the colors, whatever you're coloring with. Because you don't exactly know how the colors will layer over each other. And so that's how it to be. And that's how you get them to stick out more. Look at that. They stick out more than the rest of the words. Ooh. Not because of shading. Okay. So, let us get back. Let me get that copied and cut out. You can also, I think, use orange too. Like I said, play around with the colors. The colors are sandboxes. Exit. Delete. Yes. Now, multiply. Yes. Yes. Oh yeah, that was also in lower opaque too. So this is how they look with strong opaque. Again, the green's darker than the blue. How interesting. Very interesting indeed. What is the color I use? Is Christmas or December? Wine is the color I use for Christmas and December. That's nice. How interesting. That's a nice shade of red. It's a nice shade of red you got there. Let me normalize this. That's how it looks. Okay. Okay. So this tells us that this is a much more lighter source of light. Maybe it's not that strong, so it won't have that much a shadow as much as the other, as much as a stronger lighting. So you can be a bit more relaxed with picking where you want to put the shading. Sometimes people would put more details in the shading, and that's up to you. Oh no, the yellow blends too well with the yellow shading blends too well with the yellow of the hair. What do? We could go with orange because we're going for a lighter tone, a lighter shade of color, lighter source of light, a much more softer source of light. So we can always still go darker than that if we want. Let's go darker than that. And then go to orange and then make it more on the warm spectrum, more red, and there we go. Still light, it's still orange, but it's a darker shade of orange that helps the hair stick out more. Instead it just looks like a odd small mesh of yellow. You have to be careful because if you do like just the same lighting, then it won't show up. You'll have trouble showing up on the drawings and the doodles and stuff. Like with I think my skin color is a bit too light, if I might say. Indiana Jones is just dead face. No, Indiana Jones. Indiana. Wait, is that Indiana Jones joke? I don't know. Okay, let's move on. Okay. You wouldn't have too much shading on the eyes either because it's like I said, it's a lot more lighter color. So we would just put shading where you think shading would be needed. The pits, we'll put it on the pits. The freaking arm, we'll put it on the arm. I'm gonna switch to orange because I don't like how the yellow's looking with her face. Yeah, here we go. Oh no, here we go. The orange looks good. The shadows, if I print this out, the shadows won't just disappear. They'll just look like there's just ordinary shadows on a nice day or a nice well-lit room. And that's the importance of the temperature or the darkness of the color you're playing with. They could it could either disappear into nothingness and blend in with the color you're coloring on, or they can help detail things out without overshadowing the whole thing. Let's see, where else will we need shading? I guess about here, and under the pit. The pits often don't see the light of day. So I guess when people say, I'll kick you with the sun don't shine, that's where they mean the armpits. Oh no, the armpit hurts. Here we shade the thumb, we shade a bit of the fingers. Not all of it, just a good amount. Because the lighting, you gotta keep in mind the lighting. Because this arm is covering this leg, a good portion of it will be shaded right here and right here. And then we follow the cuffs of the pants. There we go, there we go, there we go. I'm no expert on the whole color spectrum theory, but I know enough. Do sometimes use soft shading. I think I do. Yeah, I think I know what you mean. Like an airbrush, right? I do like play around with like pens and tools depending on the shading to get more of like a different temperature or a different feel of the colors. I think I'll do that with the blue next. Okay, now let's see what she means. Sometimes I just like get a fade out eraser and fade around it to make it more like shadowy. Like let's use this little bit right here. Get the eraser. The eraser comes out with fuzzy edges. So I should be able to just lightly erase. Oh, no, that's not the case. That's not the eraser I was going for. Here it is. Should be able to just lightly erase and fade out the colors a bit more. You can also use the smudge tool and smudge the shadows together. This is what I just do sometimes. And this helps like give more of a sense that the shadows aren't that strong, that the lighting is bright but fairly far away. However, we'll leave the fingers because that's more of a stronger point. Let's use the smudge tool for hue. That's the blur, sharpen, smear. Okay, use the blur. Whoa, that blur is big. Here we go. It's called, the smear is called blur on my program. I don't know why, but that's what you do. You learn what you learn. And this is how you use it to help show more of the shading. I use the blur too. Oh, it's the tool I'm using right now, huh? How interesting. I guess there are two tools, and I just don't know where the smear tool is. Sometimes if I just want to get this, if I want to get this fading effects without like having to deal with the erasing or with the blurring, I could just get an airbrush and use that. The airbrush tool, that is. And like I said, you can use shadows to help give texture to the shadows. Like for example, if you're doing gravel, you could use a sort of spotty looking brush to help implement the bumpity bump of the rocks instead of like doing them all individually yourself and just splatter it all over the screen. Or the canvas. Because a lot of this can be implemented in real life, and that would be the Brussels tool, I believe. Oh, I got a little kitty in the box. That's cute. Thank you. Okay, so when did this shift? There we go. There we go. Okay, so that is all. Not at the sunset, really. Let's erase that. That's a different direction in lighting. That would be more of like a room. So we just do that. Let's just do that. Okay. It's her in yellow. Now let's do her in the evening. Let's show what I mean by temperature and coolness. Why would she be wearing cold colors? And why was she wearing a short shirt with, like, she's not dressed for winter. Why would she be doing that? I don't know. But this is like called the airbrush tool, and you could use, or maybe it's night. We could do that too. I don't, that was on normal, by the way. So like to multiply it is like doubling the coldness. And let's say the lighting, for this sake, is coming from here this time, actually. Lighting from here. Let's say below. Yes, like here. So then there's change. What the? When did I change to black? Is that what airbrush do? Airbrush do. How interesting. Have a holly jolly Christmas. In case you didn't hear. Again, we follow the shape of the person, but because the shading is coming around here, we do things a little bit differently and concentrate on the crevices that will be blocked from things up here, such as, or like this would still be. The face will be interesting. This is where, if you have the chance to take a makeup art class, I would suggest you do it because it really helps with shading. Because you learn about where the cheek structure is and where the the makeup would go. And so like because the lighting is coming from here, then that would mean that there would be a sort of shading right here because that's where the bridge of the nose is. You kind of look terrified there. Because it's coming from the other side, the shading would be more like over here. I'm gonna do this in the more solid line first. Night, like a night anime scene. Yes, try. Yeah, she looks like she's dreading something right now. But that's where the shading would go because the shadow is pointing up. Her forehead would actually be shown quite a bit. Because where's the blur? Her head will be shown quite a bit because if you haven't noticed it, actually your forehead actually sticks out among everything else. I'm gonna try and use the airbrush again. Let me use it. Let me just erase that a bit. That's better. It looks like a bruise. I accidentally made a bruise. You could use purple and blue for boost, and also red. ho, ho. And we wrap around the cheek, but because the shadow is from the other side, we wrap around this cheek. Okay, and we would wrap around just the tip of this cheek right here. Oh, the mistletoe. A little bit of eyebrows over our eyebrows because, again, the light's coming from here. So you would. Let me give you a quick little makeup tour with the red just to help it stick out more. So this would be like where the rows of the cheeks would be. And that's why a lot of the shadows will be wrapping around here, because that's where the cheek starts rounding out. And this is where the sort of like, oh, what's it called? This is where you would actually put shadows if you were trying to like make yourself look more lean and mean, like a fighting machine. And this would actually have a highlight, because these are bits that actually stick out more, like the forehead right here too. These forehead would stick out, but this, because it caves in, it's bound to have more shadows. So if you want your nose to look skinnier, you will put shadows on around the bridge of your nose. Makeup 101. And that helps explain what I'm doing with the shadows. I got to put this back to normal. Oh no, I gotta get a blue. I gotta get the long way for blue. Okay, here we go. Okay, copy. Okay, we get back. Let's go back to now. I'm leaving over normal. Okay, we go back in. Mistletoe. I guess we'll put it back to you can see somebody waits for you. Kiss her once for me. Have a holly jolly Christmas. And in case you didn't hear, oh, jolly Christmas this year. You can also like put more than just one thing on there. I think I'll sing that song again at the end of this live stream. Okay, I used the fade pen. Oh, is that what it's called? I don't know if I have that in this program. Probably do, probably don't. I haven't looked for it. I haven't fully looked for the shadings here. Now she looks like she's ready to kill someone. Okay. But we're supposed to be in the dark, dark romantic setting. No, not romantic, just dark. Though she is a bit of a romantic. This because the lighting, again, it would be a lot more heavier. This actually would be too. Let's give it a little bit more light here. There we go. I'm gonna leave that little bit there because like freaking, I could just select that out. And the neck will be a little bit shaded in, but you know, because the light's there and all that, as I keep repeating. Put a little bit of lighting here. Erase a little bit of the chinny chin chin. No, I want the airbrush. That's how it being epic in the shade of the night. No. It's the thing about colors too. You can use them to really bring in the mood. That's why in like the Dark Knight, or no, Batman the Animated Series, there was a lot of like warmer and cooler colors to help give feeling of the situation and the town and all that. That was not the right thing. I meant this. Here we go. This is nice. This is fun. More kitties. This is going longer than expected, but that's fine. Okay, so again, because lighting is, but you basically get the gist of the idea. That shading is dependent on the direction of the light and the tone and temperature you are going for. The Steven universe, I think, actually is a great example for if you want to study shading and lighting using various of colors. Because like they really like play around with different shades. Some shades you wouldn't even expect to actually really work with the whole dark situation of the atmosphere. Like how they use green as a threatening color is actually very interesting. They don't even go for a dark green either. It's more like a vibrant green against darker shades of the situation. And I just like how they play around with color. What else? What other shows out there that's good for colors? Not even like shows. The webcomic Cucumber Quest. That's a good comic series if you want to read it. It's on, but it's not just fun. Like their freaking color palette is gold, and my goodness, it's really nice. Not only do they use like they're used really not only did they like use colors very well and like the complementary base of the character, but they also like they also like are really excellent with the shading of the thing. It's a personal. I have the chibi book I have. The personal is on Instagram. Excellent. Utilize the chibis and make so many chibi kitties. I'll fix that in a second. You don't want to talk about. Yeah. So yeah, Steven Universe and Cucumber Quest. If I were to like suggest a series to study for shading, it'd be those two. No, I want this. Yeah, that's good. That's perfect. Excellent. We erase first, at least with this bit, because again, lighting. Where is it coming from? It comes from over there. It's very strong. Although, like, it's not that strong. So I'll slightly color everything here. And then darken the crevices. They go by Yoe. Oh, that's a cute name. Very close to being a different word, but it's a cute name. I'm not gonna say it. Yoe. Yo-I. Yo-I? Is it Yo-I? Because that's cute too. Okay, this is the blur, so there we go. Just erase that. Okay, I don't know. Okay. Oh, you meant IDK. I'm gonna say is Yo-I. Yo-I? Yo-I. There we go. There we go. There we go. Now we blur. I was having trouble with that arm for a sec. Wasn't getting like the darkness and lightiness that I wanted. Yeah, perhaps I'll color this foot in a bit more. Because then this leg will be like covering the shadow too. Ah! There we go. There we go. So we'll do black and white right now after this, and then we'll call it a night because dinner. I do not want it to get cold. It is ready. Oh no. Their name is Annie Zhao. Annie Zhao? How interesting. That's a nice name, Annie Zhao. I'll look them up later. Put it on the list. Okay, there we go. Now we just simply select. Yep. Delete. And do the same thing for the other ones. This is what I mean by the other ones. And no, do, yeah. That. There we go. And there. Yes, that is shading for darker, cooler tone with cooler tones. Now let us do black and white, or just black, I guess in this case. And then we will call it the night. She calls me. She calls me. You don't have to use color for shading. If you want to use black and white, you can, because black and white aren't actually, for a lot of people, black and white aren't seen as colors. They're more seen as shades. I see them as both, because like some cases you don't want to do coloring too much, but, or some cases some people like prefer that you explore and experiment with color as opposed to black and white shading, because it helps, black and white helps you, or black and white helps you learn how shading works, while coloring helps you like discuss mood and stuff, mood and temperature and stuff. So, unas anas, yes, unas anas, momento mori, unas anas. So, again, but everything still applies if you use black and white shading. So we're gonna say, we're gonna shade the strong light is coming from here. So once you get a good handle on how to use black and white, unas anas shading, then you can like play around with both elements of using black and white shading as well as color. So because the light's going there, it's coming from her. The light shouldn't be coming from her left if I'm starting from there. The light, that was black. Yeah, I know when this was black and white. Anyways, the lighting should actually be coming from over here because there's a strong shading right here. That's what I started off with. And so the same rules, like I was saying, apply to color as they would to the black and white. They wrap around the shape. The light shade darkness is basically a veil of the light. They wrap around the things that the sun is projecting on, like a nice comforting blanket that never leaves your side, even when dead. Oh, more little cute kitties in the boxes in the chat. Interesting fact, Trickster's April's Tale was originally going to be strictly black and white, but because like there's so many paranormal creatures, it takes place in a urban fantasy paranormal setting. And because of that, like there's so many creatures that are like a lot of the time, their distinctive character traits are actually heavily dependent on their colors, on the color of their like eyes or skin or whatever. So it made more sense to make it like more to make it like color based. And maybe I should have stuck with black and white shading because this is looking good. But then again, I like playing around with colors. And I use black and white shading for if it's like a really, really strong lighting. I think, more or less. I think I used it in like areas where it's not typically seen as bright, but they do have strong colors or strong shadows here and there, like your living room or a bedroom, you know. Like you'll see if you look around on yourself, you'll see where there's the stronger colors are and where the darker colors are. Like a comic book, yes, like a comic book, basically. That's what the Tricksters April's Tale is. Yes. That's the shading I'm going with right now. Tricksters April's Tales is a webcomic. If you want to check it out, there's links to it on the videos related to it. And in the, I think, link to this channel. You can also do it to like express tone and features. Like, there's a shortcut to like using like if you use eyebrows for this, but you need shading like right here, you could just simply make the eyebrow white or put a little white lining around it to help show like this, but like white instead of skin color, to help show that there's like a contrast between them. Basically, you would outline the line and the eyebrow white if you have to like color in this whole area right here. I show you, and then I return to normal. Well, that looks like nice shading, nice shadow, like eyeliner. And then you would do this and this, and that's a way around it. Let's get back to ordinary shading. What helps learn with this is if you color, it's what I found out while doing the Halloween live stream, is where you just basically paint the whole, you do a black canvas and you use a white coloring to like shape it out instead of going with white and coloring with black. It really helps you like see how you can use white to like make out shapes and lighting and stuff like that, the important things. Okay, and then dip. You may have to cover the looking part of the stop looking shirt. Oh, or we can just simply do this. I am going to take a nice long break from the computer after this. I'll try. I mean, like, I'll try. I have Animal Crossing Pocket Camp, and like, I watch YouTube videos. So like, who am I kidding? And like, if I'm not watching YouTube videos, then like, I freaking go to the TV. Although I don't know, maybe the TV is nicer because I'm more away from it. I don't know. Another cat in the box. Yay! I like those little emojis, those little kitty emojis. They're so cute. And then, like, you can also use shapes and shading. Oh, here's a good example to use white because I want to show that there's a shirt. I could just simply just do that and shape up her, and there we go. There we go. A good size shaded waist and arm, and you can tell where's what. That's how you can use white with black and white shading. It's like the highlight, or it can help you like differentiate where's going what. And go here, your elbow disappeared, and now it's back. Here we go. There we go. Let's use that on the hand too. Just so that there's more examples of like lining. Okay, and then we could get the white, and then we could just simply outline hand features. There we go. Let's see how accurate that is. Oh, it's close. I made a new finger, but it's close. Then we add a little clip here so that to show that it's the wrist. You gotta be careful though and not overcrowd the lining, the white lining, because then like it could look pretty crowded and pretty off. Like I didn't have to do the lining for this finger because it still works well with or without it. But to show there's some separation, instead of doing the whole finger, I could do just up to the knuckle, because this is a different finger too, so I could just in there. It's just as good. Let us differentiate the shirt here. There we go. A little bit more. There we go. Oh, no, that went on this end. There we go. That's good. It's not so black and white, this black and white shading. I know what I did. Well, my tummy is starting to rumbly. Soon enough, soon enough. It's rumbling without making noises. It's creepy. Say hello to friends you know, and hello. No, 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 no. And saving that for the end. Saving that for the end. It's such a catchy song. But we are close to the end of the live stream, though. If you're just going in, this is for the charity live stream for Jacksepticeye's fundraising event. Thankmas to help raise money for the charity fundraising company Red Nose Day to help spread to help them get food to the children in need and their families. Yes, I'm going to play Among Us and when this live stream ends, says Nina Jones. If you want to join her, join her. It's a good game. I hope you have fun. I'm gonna have dinner after this. Have a good gaming. But we're not done yet. We're not done yet. No, 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 no. Looks like another dot for the white line. If you want to donate and help the cause, there's a donation link in the description below. The event itself will last 9 days. Therefore, the Tiltify page to this channel will be around for that duration. However, I am not live streaming those days. I am not doing that to myself. Live streams may look fun and easy, but they do take a toll on you. This is a good example about how white lines could be pretty exemptuous on yourself. Again, for the live stream, I'm actually doing a tutorial of how to use shading and coloring to help show how to color in your drawing and illustrations. And I am on the last of the bit, which is the black and white illustrations, where you basically, the shading of the color actually wraps around the object like a blanket that never leaves you even at death. Because if there's always light, there's always darkness, as Kingdom Hearts always says. Always bashes in our head. I love this live stream, it's so chill. Oh, thank you. I'm glad it's relaxing. I'm glad it's relaxed. I get a lot of that when that happens. And it helps. It helps. I don't know. It helps me keep going. That like, it's nice that people like it. I guess. Yes. It's hard to say and respond to compliments while drawing. I think I'm about done with shading. Yes, I am about done with shading. A lot of times in my comic, I use a bit of both the color. It's like I use colors for shading, but I implement the black and white solid shading for this, for the coloring. So that's one way you could like use play around with the coloring and the black and white shading to your advantage. And there we go. That's the black and white shading. This is what we did for the light shading. Oh, them together really helps bring out more of the idea that is a dark, dark place with like a lamp on the floor or something going on. See what happens? Oh, that's the makeup tutorial to help show where the shadows would go. Like the cheeks and the chin and the forehead and the nose would normally be lighter or shine more light because that's where they actually stick out. If you feel around your jaw, you can feel where the depth is and all that. Do you use color lines? Yes, I do. They help like differentiate like the shapes of everything. I use it a lot with like building and drawing the skeletons and such. And like I used the color lines here to help to show where the shading would go on the face. It helps. Using color coding is helpful, but you gotta be careful Because if like this was red on one layer and another layer was red, then it'll all look like a scribbled mess. So be sure to use different colors. Oh, this shows with the yellow, it gives the idea that it's like a lit candle or a bonfire. Yay! That's how it looks without it. Without this. Ooh, there's such color combinations. And this one was more or less just exploring what these colors could do depending on what you use. Like this is mainly, I believe this is yellow, mainly yellow. This one is the blues, this is greens, this is yellow, and this is purple. I think this is orange. Yes, this is orange. This helps, like it really helps give the lighting. Like this would be like, I don't know, afternoon maybe. This would be evening. This would be like night, evening. This would be sunburn or really hot. Like hot day, really hot day. Although if you already have picacy, now it's normal and normal, like natural, maybe like early afternoon lighting. This is like Christmas lighting. Do you use color inking? I believe that's what I do to select the colors, yes. And this is purple. I don't know. I probably do, and I don't know. I like using the color inking. Oh, and those are my social medias if you want to know. Anyways, so yes, that is the basis of color. I would have to pick a darker color for yellow, but this is supposed to be for like a softer lighting. And that's the base. Okay, so I believe we're gonna color liner. I believe that's what I. Oh, you mean like with the where I colored the outline a different color? Is that what you mean? Do I use it sometimes? I mostly just stick with the black outlines, the black ink outlines. Although, like, I should probably experiment with that. I do see so much neat potential in like using colored outlines instead of straight up black outlines. Like you could use it to help play with let's say we give May. Let's say we give this character May an orange outline instead of this, instead of the black outline. Now, this is not going to apply to everything, so we're going to focus on her face. See how orange influences the colors. Okay, it doesn't look too nice, so let's take her color and make it a sort of darker shade, but not exactly orange. There we go. That looks nice. If we look up here, it helps. If we go over here and go to this chin, or go to this cheek, I should say, we take this, or no, let's take the blur and then smudge it together. It has a much more natural feel to it. You see that? You see that? And that's the benefit you can get with straight up color outlining too. Instead of rather just straight up black lining, you can help like map out the shading more. And again, you could use a darker outline. Like let's switch that to more of a red tone and then get this and smooth it out more. There we go. What's this? Oh, her chin is more defined out. It's basically just playing with the makeup and the like. Let's make that. Let's make it an even darker color, like a reddish color. Oh, look at that. Now it not only looks more like her skin tone. I changed her face entirely. Use brown if you're new to it. It looks nice as well. Brown would look nice with her skin tone, I believe. Like her eye, let's make it brown like her eye. Oh, it does look nice. Let's start like right here. Back to black. Click. Yes, that does look nice. Again, it doesn't apply to everything, but like the pink and purple. Although the yellow actually looks interesting. It looks pretty nice, but the skin color itself, it does complement and looks very natural on its own. This helps too. This is a nice color. This is a nice method. I could play around with this kind of method maybe later in the day. But now, see, look at that arm. Look at that arm. It looks nice. Thank you for the brown suggestion. It helps them stick out while also maintaining a sort of natural feel to it. Oh, let me smudge. Let me smudge the arm. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, it helps with the shading so nicely. Cool. That's cool. That's a nice way to point it out, to end it on. You just keep exploring the possibilities. Okay. Okay, so I think we shall end the stream here. Again, this was for Jacksepticeye's. Oh, brown dog too. So many colors, so many options. Art is endless. Just play around with it like a child in dirt, and you'll find that you can make gold. Or a mud castle, which is also pleasing. Or even find gems, like interesting insects you never seen before, and hope aren't poisonous. And panic your parents. But yes, basically it's coloring is a fun little playground to play around in, and you were introduced to the basis of it. Again, this was for the Jacksepticeye's fundraising campaign, Thankmas 2020. Let's see where we left off at. This was fun. I had a lot of fun too. Last I checked, it was 850. What is it now? Wow! We got to 198.50. That must have been with the kick when the sugar kitty came. That's when the Sugar Kitty Club came in. Oh, thank you guys. I don't refresh it since then. But if there's others who came in after that, thank you too. Oh, this was a fun day. This was a fun kali. If you want to keep donating, you can. It's gonna be opening. The campaign itself is gonna stay open until the 20th, which is how long Jacksepticeye's Thankmas fundraising is going to be. And it's for raising money for Red Nose Day to help give food to the little kitties and their supporting families for the nice little holidays. So, this was nice. Speaking of food, I'm gonna go eat myself. Not myself, but I have food waiting. It's tuna. I like tuna, but tuna in a can. Anyways, so with that said, and on that nice little high note, I'm gonna look up Sugar Cat later and be like, hey, I was in the live stream. This was fun. Yeah, that was a fun little surprise. So, with that said, have a holly jolly Christmas. And in case you didn't hear, oh by golly, have a holly jolly Christmas this year.